Introduction to the poem To a Shade. To a Shade was written on 29 September 1913. It was published in a collection of poems by Yeats, Responsibilities and Other Poems in 1914. It is a political poem. Yeats expresses his disgust towards Irish people who ill-treated Charles Stuart Parnell, a nationalist leader. Yeats addresses the poem to the shade or the spirit or ghost of his dead countryman Charles Stuart Parnell. Yeats imagines that the spirit of Charles Parnell has come to the town of Dublin after his death. Yeats wrote this poem to a shade in order to commemorate the great Irish nationalist leader Charles Parnell. Yeats himself was a nationalist, and he was greatly influenced by the revolutionary leader Charles Parnell and his passion for independence of Ireland. This poem was written by Yeats to recall and show respect towards Charles Stuart Parnell, a radical Protestant leader and the most influential Irish politician of the 19th century. He was the founder of the Irish political party and served Irish parliamentary party inside and outside the parliament. The most significant movements which he led were the Home Rule movement and land reform agitation. He died on October 1891 and continues to be remembered as the greatest Irish leader of his era. Theme. The theme of the poem To a Shade is political indignation or anger. Yeats expresses his own dislike towards the people of his own city, Dublin, who ill-treated a dead townsman, Charles Parnell. Yeats is in a bitter mood while writing this poem. Charles Parnell, born in 1846 and died in 1891, was the founder of the Irish Parliamentary Party and also an Irish nationalist leader who tried his best to improve the condition of the people of his country and also the city. But the Dubliners did not recognize his sacrifice and service which he rendered to Ireland, and they forgot him. Some of them, that is the Dubliners, even brought disgrace to him and insulted him. The whole Ireland talked about this betrayal at that time. The poem also expresses lack of loyalty and respect of the people of Dublin towards another person named Hugh Lane. Hugh Lane was a painter and an Irish nationalist of great esteem. Hello everyone. Before understanding the meaning of the poem, we will try to discuss the form of the poem in short. Later on, we will discuss the form in detail. Yeats addresses the poem to the spirit or ghost of Charles Stuart Parnell in 3 stanzas. All these 3 stanzas are of an unequal length. The first stanza has 9 lines. The second stanza has 10 lines, while the third stanza has 7 lines. The unequal progress of the thought of the poem corresponds to the unequal length of the stanzas. The first stanza is addressed to Charles Parnell, in which Yeats asks the shade of Parnell whether it has come to the city to see its monument, or it has come to smell the breeze of the sea at night, or it has come to watch the grey gulls instead of men. And he tells the shade that you should be contented, satisfied with this, and be gone again. The second stanza, he remembers Yew Lane and tells the shade of Parnell that the people of this city had betrayed another man, Yew Lane, like they betrayed you. The third stanza is again addressed to Charles Parnell, and he tells him to go and lie in his cemetery or in his grave or his tomb, so that he cannot hear the abuse of the people of his city. And he even advises him that the time for him to come to the city has not come yet. The style of the poem To a Shade is quite significant. Yet begins To a Shade in the manner of a conversation or a talk style. He talks to the spirit of Charles Parnell. It appears that he is having a conversation with the shade or the spirit of Charles Parnell. In fact, Yeats has mastered this style. This style gives him the possibilities to unravel the antithesis and also to bring forth the contraries that are running through the mind of the speaker. In the first stanza, he tells the shade that though the people of the city have built a monument, but he doubts whether they have paid the builder of that monument. This is contrary to what the shade or the spirit of Charles Parnell sees. He tells the shade not to be happy on looking upon his monument, because it is merely a show off. The people of Dublin have not really started respecting him. They are the same as they were. Now, the first stanza begins with if. If is a conditional clause. This conditional clause if determines the structure of the whole of the first stanza. As Yeats tells the shade or spirit that if it has come to the town once again, that is after his death, whether to look upon the statue or monument or to listen to the grey gulls or to drink of the salt breath out of the sea, then it should go back again because the people of the town have not improved.